Hi, Jesse with etrailer. Today we're going to be assembling our Swagman XTC2 Tilt. Here's how your bike rack will arrive. I'll get all the parts inside laid out for you and we'll go through each of them one by one. Starting with the padded hooks, then our receiver bar, our main assembly, and then we'll have 4 wheel holder trays. For our smaller hardware, we have our 2 small Phillips head screws, 2 Allen keys, the larger one's 8mm, smaller one's 6mm. We have our hitch pin bolts. That comes with a clip and a lock washer, a guide bolt, larger bolt with a washer, lock washer, and nut, and then our linchpin and clip. Not included with everything that you will need will be a 3/4 inch wrench and a 3/4 inch socket and ratchet and a Phillips head screwdriver. Now we need our main assembly, our bar, the 8mm guide bolt, and our 8mm Allen key. We'll take our main assembly. We're gonna use the side with the larger slot there. You'll see that one's a little smaller. You can also check, just make sure the head of this bolt needs to fit in that groove. So we'll take our bar and insert it. We want to make sure the angle is pointing down. We don't want it this way where it's pointed up. So pointing down. Get that bolt started. Once our guide bolt's tightened down, we have our linchpin and clip here. It's going to slide through this hole next to the guide bolt and clip that in. Now we'll take that large bolt that we have and take this little washer that's connected to our linchpin here. Make sure that's under our bolt. Slide it through. We'll take our washer, then our lock washer, and our nut. And we'll tighten those down with our 3/4 inch wrench and socket. I'm going to install our rack into our receiver. You can do this once everything's completely assembled. I just think it makes it easier. So we'll slide that into our receiver and take our bolt. And we'll thread that in. Tighten it down with our 3/4 inch socket. And then install our clip on the other side. We can fold our arm down. Just pull the pin out. Pull it down. Reinsert your pin in the lower hole. And we'll take our cradles here. We want this in the upright position, so that's sloped up, not pointing down. We'll slide these on. You may have to loosen your knob here. Slide that on. And then slide your other one on, going the other way. Then we'll repeat that process on the other side. One thing I wanted to mention is the orientation of your wheel holder trays. The best way to do it, unless you have very different size bikes, just the way that we would set it up for maximum adjustability will be alternating. So what I mean by that is I have on this side the wheel tray closest to the vehicle. I installed that first, and then the one on the other side, I installed that second. So as you can see, they're alternating. That's just going to give us our maximum adjustability. We need to install our Phillips head screws that will stop these from falling off anytime we're moving around. So there will be a hole here on the bottom, and to start screwing in, you might have to give some force to it. Once you poke through, it should thread right in. Now that we've got both those bottom screws installed, one on each side, we'll slide our hooks on, beginning with the longer of the two. Should just slide on the top. You'll have to push that tab to start it. Slide it down. Then take your shorter one. You'll want this one facing the opposite way and slide that down. Now we've officially assembled our Swagman XTC2 Tilt, and you can throw your bikes on here, do your final fine tuning, get everything ready, and we're ready to go for a ride. If you're looking for a more in-depth view of the Swagman XTC2 Tilt, we have plenty of other videos on our site, and we even have videos on how this bike rack fits on your particular vehicle.